Welcome to JJC Talks. We're so glad you took the time to join us this evening. We have some wonderful artists for you to hear from. These are our artists from the Artists in Residence program. Sit back, you've really enjoyed their presentation.
Sorry that this is a good reason to do a test run. I hit back and it took me back to the entry page. Rose, beautiful job. Good evening, everyone. I'm Meryl Hambleton, Director of Public Engagement for the BMA. We're so lucky to be joined by the artists Ainsley Burrows and Vaughn Napper. Lots of good things about both of them. We'll be hearing from both Ainsley and Vaughn for about 20 minutes, and then we'll have time for Q&A and conversation moderated by JJC member Antoinette Peel at the end. Thanks so much.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Artist Talk. I'm so excited to share more about my experience with the residency in JJC and the BMA. Thank you again for having me and for being here in this wonderful moment.
Great job. So here we are. Now I'll just put this out. You guys can either talk amongst yourselves about your experience, or we can go into whatever questions that would come up in the chat. So what I would do is I would read off whatever people have put in, and hopefully it doesn't go too fast so I can keep up. So I would say, somebody asked Vaughn a specific thing, or Angel, this question is for you. Or if there's no questions, then I'll start making up questions based on whatever you say. Okay, so it really just comes through with whatever the experience is as you're talking, and I'm paying attention, and hopefully all of our connections survive the time so we don't lose connection. But usually it's just pretty organic, right? It's whatever you're talking about, things that may trigger me to ask you something to go back to or more in depth, or I may ask you both the same thing. But it all is driven by more who's asking questions from the live audience that we don't see that come first. So just so you know, it's not even something to have any kind of nerves about, because most of the people are going to be your friends or people who want to know you more and have you talk about things. And then there may be people who are on the Zoom who will ask questions too and kind of type them in. And so we're just really trying to get as many audience questions in as possible. And again, if there becomes a lull, it's not a crime to end early either. So if we think we've talked enough about the things we want people to know about us, also keeping in mind this is going to live for a minute on the website, so on the Facebook page and on YouTube, so that people can come back and see it later. Okay, so it should be a good time. Should be fun. It's not an interrogation or any of that or any of that. It's really just know you. And at the end, just make sure you let people know how they can get in touch with you, anything you have upcoming. So you want to hit on those things as well, because you just want to make sure it's as much of a full circle moment for you as it can possibly be. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense.
No pressure.